Yeah.
But a lot of people don't see it the other way.
A lot of these one-away buzz artists, like let's say like Designer and people like that, where you know that they might be able to smash one single here and there, but as a whole, when they're putting out a project, it might not have the same effect.
And it all depends, innit? Like, if you've already got the buzz, then you might get a one single deal. But if they're kind of helping you build that buzz, then they might sign you up for a free or have an option for the next one or something like that.
But I think music's changed now. You man would know about it more anyway, but I feel like back in the day, in terms of albums, like DMX might release an album and he ain't releasing one for like another 2 years. Then this person releasing the album, and then the singles will come from those albums, and that's how you would hear about it. Whereas now, it's different. A man will release a single that's never going to be on his album. So I'm saying, or he will realise, you know what, I've released two, for example, like Rush, for example, or like a Tion. They had a run where they didn't need to release an album because every single they put out was just slapping. TikTok slapping.
Perfect example.
Obviously
like,
with the streaming, like you get
that's what I'm saying. It's changed because of the streams, isn't it?
It's changed. What's the best way? Like you will find what works best for you. You know what I'm saying? And obviously with playlists and stuff like that, having one record killing the playlist, you can't. Obviously you can have so many like on the playlist, but where you drop your tape, usually what you find is that some of them are going to hit the playlist and the rest of it won't. So
it's like,
so what's the point? I might as well just have a single.
You might as well, just. But obviously, at some point, like you're going to probably tie it in because it's just a way to like them streams. Them playlists are hopefully going to send them to the rest of the catalog, and that's just going to bulk up.
It's like what's the name? Gunna. You know Gunna.
You have before the release.
Yeah.
They contribute
to.
Okay.
But you know what's mad?
If you got
like
6 stonkers of a single, then your first week's gonna look alright.
It's gonna Well, you know what's mad at the moment? You got remember Gunna when he released his album, he had to go and put Pushing P on it after because I think certain bits didn't clear on time. Then he's got this tune that's been doing good since the album dropped, but it came like a week after that. Banking on Me tune. She banking on me on the bank. I think TikTok pushed that tune, but the funny thing is not on the album.
But the funny thing is, and that sounds weird, but it's all gonna still be good for him because the album
it might push towards the album. Well, it's mad, that tune has been popular on TikTok, and Rap Caviar has been like in the top 3 tunes on Rap Caviar for like a couple months now, but it came out literally a week after the album dropped and it wasn't an album. I was baffled. I was like, right.
Ways to play it, like you said, you have to just kind of figure out what's working for you. That's why a lot of these albums are lots of tracks because someone like Drake's gonna put out a 20-track tape, you're gonna listen to every one of them 20 and they're all gonna contribute to how many streams the album got rather than you replaying it 4 times. You're gonna listen to all 20.
All 20.
Where it feels
like unlike back in the day when albums kind of had a story in it.
You know, it's like everyone will think there's a way in it, but like just nowadays it's just like what you're actually doing is like a separate career to what people think you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like people sound, it's like they got 2 careers at the minute. They got what actually works, and they've got maybe what people think they're doing. You know what I mean? So like you can there's artists out there that are doing like sick numbers like you don't hear about them as much. Whatever. Like maybe they're not in all the playlists, but like when they drop a tape,
like Kendrick, J. Cole, people like that when they release, it's just mad.
No, just say like we went on tour with Ocean Wisdom. Like maybe in our senior, he's not all over everywhere, but like, bro, he's doing sick. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I think like in the scene we're more in over here sometimes. Like, it looks like man's popping. Like it looks like. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like almost like. You have to balance that because there's perception and there's reality. And in today's day and age, it's like you have
very blurry.
Yeah, it's blurry.
I think Academic was saying that the other day when he was talking about artists, and he was like, a lot of men talk like they're big artists and they're not, but do a live show.
It's a different thing.
See how many tickets you sell. Like you can, because sometimes streams can baffle you because you might have a hot song, you have loads of streams, but are people trying to buy your tickets for your show? When your album comes out, people buying your album, where there's certain people. Like even for example when Stormzy, remember when it was, I can't remember what album it was it Gang Signs and Prayer, whatever, Rag and Bone Man. I never heard his youth before, I didn't know who he was. But I remember this brother battling Stormzy for #1, I'm thinking, who is this brother? But when I've listened to his album, I'm like, oh, it's him. So as you said, that there's certain people that you don't know who they are, but they're doing like ridiculous numbers, but you just don't know them.
Perfect example, D Block Europe stays in the charts for weeks on weeks.
Yeah, the tune overseas.
You might have other people who look like they're doing way better than them, but they can't sell out O2. But D Block Europe, they done that with ease. You know what I mean?
Ali Pali as well.
Without trying. And the thing is, like you said, it goes back to certain men look like they're doing crazy bits while other people who just
doing alright. Them man look like they're doing alright.
well, with them, they could go like they could practically go unnoticed, but not on the same level as the other men that we were always like in your face.
I know. Yeah, there is artists that like. Obviously, there's like the popular circle in it.
Yeah.
But there's artists that function outside of that as well.
Yeah.
That and even if it's more of a European market or something like that, there's people that still function to a higher level.
Yeah.
But it's just not in that the everyday chat, innit? They're not on the lips.
It's mad. It's like even the same thing in America where you got like I've forgotten this guy, man. Is it Tech Nine and them guys there?
Like in festivals, they cream.
Gone. But in the mainstream, they're not known. But the levels of money them man are making, like you said, festival wise and even sales wise, like they're gone clear. But you just don't hear, you know what I mean, about them like that. You don't see them on the rap caviars and that playlist and
Trust me, Bob. In life, you just have to try your hardest to make sure you don't fall off. In real life. Like I say it to artists all the time, like they'll be like, oh, how do you stay relevant, or how do you you just don't fall off, because like you just in life, like even if that means you just go back and start working again.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like because you just don't fall off. You just don't fall off in life. You maintain in life. That's your best PR, bro. It's just because nowadays like. People are gonna see if you're still winning or not. Like that's still they want to know if you're still winning or not. Like why should I listen to you? Are you winning or not?
That's why I rate Gucci.
But the thing is, I hear what you're saying, but remember, that's to them, that's you falling off. Because for example, like if man sees me, for example, doing the pod, and man sees me whatever, and they're like, yo, Marvin's doing well, and then out of the blue, they go to like I don't know somewhere and they see me working. In their mind, I've fallen off because why has this brother got a job? I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I don't care. I'll do it if I have to. But I'm saying that's the problem. That's when people. That's why even Lethal B was saying it one time. He was like, brother, when I done Oi, and like went popping afterwards, like getting a job was long, bro. Because anywhere I went, people were like, oh, you're the brother from Oi, or you're More Fire. And it's like the stress of like going somewhere and trying to like duck around and like kind of cover your face, and people are like, oh, I swear, like. What's going on?
I mean, I never said any job.